Welcome to Minding My Money. I'm your host, Shawnee, and this is where the journey to financial freedom is real, raw, and a little bit fun. I'm sharing my wins, my lessons, and everything in between, $1 at a time. Now, before we jump in, let me say this. This ain't financial advice, just financial realness. This episode is about the unapologetic hustle, doing what you have to do to create a better life. Even when people don't understand your grind, even when they judged it, even when you feel like they're side-eyeing your cash envelopes at Whole Food. Because when you're working towards something real, you don't need applause, you need strategy. And let's be clear, you don't owe anyone an explanation for protecting your peace or your pockets. I started getting intentional with my money back in mid to late 2017 when I had to move back in with my mom. It was at the end of that year, after I stopped crying and feeling like a failure, that motivation hit me out of nowhere. I thought, okay, I have the space to learn how to do better. Let me use it and use it wisely. My first move? Well, I started researching. I wrote down every single bill, every single debt. I planned out debt payouts, and eventually, I put every bill on auto draft. I haven't missed one since. But let's keep it real. Once I got on track, I started hiding my money. Before eviction, I spent whatever was in my account. But after everything happened, I wasn't living like that anymore. I was actually being what people might call cheap. Now, the cash stuffing didn't enter my life until about 3-4 years later. Before that, I was just being mindful, hiding my debit cards, putting myself on an allowance, and keeping only bill money in my account so nothing accidentally got spent. Now, down the line, when cash stuffing finally came in, it wasn't because I wanted to be trendy. I needed a system, something simpler than remembering everything coming out of my account. I didn't empty my account, I just gave myself a budget. If it wasn't in the envelope, it wasn't happening. I can recall this one time at Whole Food. I felt like the cashier was giving me the, "Ma'am, what is all this look?" when I pulled out my cash stuffing wallet. But honestly, I didn't care. That moment was discipline. That moment was future building. It wasn't about deprivation. It was about direction. Not many people in my everyday life know that I'm a cash stuffer. I don't announce it. I'm not hiding it. I just don't talk about it. I'm now out here handing out binders like business cards. And when it came time to starting my YouTube journey of cash stuffing, what held me back the most wasn't criticism, it was fear of being seen. I wanted to share my journey on YouTube long before I did, but I kept worrying about what people would think. I talked myself out of it over and over, and now I truly wish I had started sooner because sharing my cash stuffing, my challenges, my progress isn't about impressing, it's about inspiring for me. I'm proof you don't have to be perfect to start. You just have to start. I'm not hustling for likes, I'm hustling for legacy. This isn't about looking rich, it's about being free. I want to pay off these student loans. That's my biggest goal. I want to start a family, something I've waited on because of debt and the economy. I want to build something my future kids will thank me for. And here's the truth. I've learned the wealthiest people I've met don't flex. They're in torn jeans, they're driving old trucks, they're quiet, consistent, and unbothered. That's the version of success I want. Peace that doesn't need proof. Hustle does not sleep. There were weeks when I filmed, edited, and posted and nothing happened. No views, no comments, no engagement. Just me, my camera phone, and silence. And when I started filming my first cash stuffing video, I was crushed. It took forever to get my first view, even with my already 5 subs. I remember refreshing the screen thinking, dang, does anybody see me? But I kept going. I had to remind myself this is a process, a wave you ride consistently, even when it's slow. I told myself I have to believe in me before anyone else can. So if nobody watched, I watched. I cheered myself on. I watched my own growth in real time. And now the views have picked up, the engagement is stronger, I'm blessed, and I'm claiming even more. Because the truth is, discipline shows up before results do. So for me, it was like you upload when nobody's watching, you move when you're tired, you stay consistent even when the progress is quiet. That's the kind of hustle that compounds like interest working in your favor. You see, I used to crave validation, and now I crave consistency. There's a confidence that comes from knowing you can depend on yourself. Even if nobody claps, you'll keep building anyway. See, the quiet era feels peaceful, no performance, no pressure, just purpose. That's my hustle. One thing about me, if it drains me, it costs too much. My hustle isn't just about money anymore, it's about management and managing my time, my emotion, my rest, and who has access to me. Because burnout doesn't pay bills, boundaries do. And when you learn that balance, everything in your life starts compounding your energy, your clarity, your peace, your potential. At first, my hustle was survival. Then it became structure. And now it's healing. Every envelope I feel is proof that I'm rewriting patterns I grew up with. Every habit I build is me breaking silence around money and replacing shame with strength. And every upload, every stuffing, every challenge, every update is showing others that financial peace is possible and it's personal. This isn't just a finance journey, it's a forgiveness journey for every version of me that didn't know better but tried anyway. The biggest breakthroughs, they didn't happen on a timeline. They happened in the quiet season. When you stop announcing every goal and just do the work, when you stop explaining and just evolve, when you realize silence isn't secretive, it's sacred. Some seasons aren't meant to be shared in real time. They're meant to be lived, learned, and revealed later. So, if you're in your private hustle era, stay there. That's where roots grow, that's where confidence builds, that's where transformation matures. When it comes to hustling, the real flex isn't working 24/7, it's knowing when to rest. I'm no longer chasing hustle for hustle's sake, I'm chasing harmony. That's what this journey taught me. Money means nothing if peace isn't attached. Now, hustle means alignment. It's not just about making income, it's about making impact. Whatever your hustle looks like, protect it. You don't have to explain your budget. You don't have to justify your envelopes. You don't have to seek permission for your sacrifices. You're doing what a lot of people are too scared to do. Start, stay consistent, and build with intention. Because real hustle doesn't have to be loud, it just has to be real. So, as I wrap up, let me share this. I've learned that success isn't luck, it's layers. Every broke day, every envelope, every episode built this moment. So, if people don't get it, that's okay. They weren't there when you were counting change in your car or stuffing your very first savings envelope, or if you are a content creator uploading videos no one watched at first. Your grind doesn't need their grace. Your story already speaks for itself. So let me tell you this. Keep hustling quietly, keep saving intentionally, keep believing loudly. Because at the end of the day, they can't knock down what they didn't help build. Thanks for tuning into Minding My Money, where every dollar has a story and every story brings us closer to financial freedom. If you felt inspired, learned something new, or just vibe with the journey, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with someone who needs it. You can also catch more content and behind the scenes moments on YouTube and Instagram. Just search Minding My Money. Until next time, keep minding your money $1 at a time.